Good evening, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. Livestock farmers in crisis as the milk produced by them is not getting proper market. Government-owned Dairy Development Corporation and private companies still owe them millions of rupees. Question raised on the morality of Minister Prakash Jwala, who has been found guilty in the Bal Kumari incident. CPN-UML demands the government to sack him if he does not resign. Worldwide protests erupt against the death of Russia's opposition leader Alexei Navalny, who died in a remote Russian penal colony yesterday. Police in Russia detained more than 100 protesters. And host Nepal thrashed Netherlands by 9 wickets in the ICC World Cup League 2 series. Anil Shah and Asif Sheikh score unbeaten half-centuries in Nepal's win. Livestock farmers in the country are in a dilemma whether to sell or rear their cattle. The milk produced by the farmers does not get market, and even if it does, the farmers do not get paid. The government-owned Dairy Development Corporation, DDC, has not paid the dairy farmers for the past 6 months. Similar is the situation of private dairy companies. The DDC has yet to pay 85 million rupees to livestock farmers, while the farmers have been compelled to reach the office of the corporation hoping to get paid. The DDC purchases 120,000 liters of milk on a daily basis from livestock farmers in 47 districts across the country. The milk purchased from the farmers at 65 rupees per liter is sold at up to 124 rupees per liter. However, dairy products worth 1 billion rupees have remained at the go-down of the corporation. The government had given assurances of providing loan to the DDC and private dairy companies. However, they have yet to be fulfilled. The situation of the DDC has been attributed to the inability of the management and failure to compete with dairy products imported from India. Meanwhile, officials of the Ministry of Agriculture say that the issues could not be solved due to lack of demand of dairy products. Experts have warned of a march to Kathmandu by livestock farmers along with their cattle, similar to that of the loan shark victims, if the issue is not addressed. In our Public Voice segment today, we have asked the people in several provinces regarding ways to ensure that livestock farmers are paid their dues for the milk they supplied. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
सरकारले तुरन्त त्यसको भुक्तानी गर्ने व्यवस्था मिलाउनु पर्छ।
सरकारले जिम्मेवार भएर दूध उत्पादक किसानहरूलाई चाँडो भन्दा चाँडो चाहिँ भुक्तानी दिएर निकास निकाल्नु राम्रो हुन्छ।
राज्य नै भ्रष्टाचारमा फसेर हैन दलदलमा फसेर हरेक कुरामा नदिएको कारण छ। मैले बुझे अनुसार हैन नभए त जस्तै किसानको दूध जस्तो कुरो त धेरै मार्मिक कुरो हो नि त।
सरकारले कडा भन्दा कडा चाहिँ एउटा कदम चालेर जति सक्दो चाँडो किसानहरूले सही आफ्नो श्रमको भुक्तानी पाउनु पर्छ।
नेपाल सरकारले पनि उनीहरुलाई चाहिँ आफ्नो कानुनको दायराभित्र ल्याएर भए पनि उनीहरुको त्यो भुक्तानी गराउनका लागि चाहिँ पहल गर्नुपर्छ।
सहकारी स्वयं जिम्मेवार हुनु पर्यो हैन। अर्को सरकारले पनि सहकारीहरु के गर्दै छ भनेर त्यो अलिकति जिम्मेवारी देखाउनु पर्यो।
जनताप्रति राज्य र डीडीसी जिम्मेवारी हुनु पर्यो।
सरकारले पनि तपाईको डीडीसीले चाहिँ भुक्तानी किन गरिरहेको छन् यो विषयमा पहल कदम लिनुपर्ने देखिन्छ।
सरकारले नै कसरी हुन्छ स्रोत जुटाएर किसानहरूलाई परेको पीर मार्कालाई सम्बोधन गर्नका लागि स्रोत व्यवस्थापन गरेर उनीहरुको पैसा भुक्तानी गरिदिन राम्रो हुन्छ।
Serious moral question has been raised on the conduct of Minister for Fiscal Infrastructure Prakash Jwala after the commission formed to probe the Bal Kumari incident that occurred on 29th of December last year, which claimed the lives of 2 youths, concluded that the minister was guilty. The main opposition CPN-UML has warned it will take measures if the minister does not resign or if the Prime Minister does not relieve him from the post. The youths who had staged the protest in Bal Kumari, Lalitpur, demanding for a chance to apply for the Korean language tests, had set ablaze the minister's vehicle. Police had opened fire following the escalation of the situation, which claimed the lives of 2 youths. The commission, under the leadership of former Judge Shekhar Prasad Paudel, termed that Minister Jwala's visit to the protest site had escalated the situation, resulting in the deaths of the 2 youths. Experts opine the government must take responsibility for the turn of events after the probe commission found the minister of being guilty. This means that Minister Jwala should be relieved from his post or he must resign himself. Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal had pledged of no compromise in maintaining good governance. There are also concerns regarding how Home Minister Naran Kaji Shrestha will implement the recommendations made by the probe commission. In the context of Nepal's politics, only a few leaders have resigned from their post on moral grounds. Even though the commission formed by the government has termed Minister Jwala guilty, he is still in the ministerial post. Ruling alliance partners CPN Maoist Center and Nepali Congress say that the minister must resign from his post. Meanwhile, Minister Jwala has not made any comments in this regard, saying that he has not read the report prepared by the probe commission. CPN Unified Socialist has informed that discussions will be held within the party regarding calling back Minister Jwala. Party spokesperson Jagannath Khatiwara informed that the party has not yet studied the report made public by the probe commission and will take a decision after studying it. We'll take a short break here. We have more news coming up. Minister for Finance Prakash Charan Mahat said the government is aware regarding those who are trying to reap benefits from the problems in the cooperatives and microfinance sector. Addressing the 4th National Microfinance Members Summit held in Kathmandu today, Finance Minister Mahat called on the concerned authorities to be cautious regarding those who are trying to evade loans taken from cooperatives and microfinances by spreading terror. He said that actions would be taken against those who are trying to achieve their political agendas by spreading negative messages. Chairperson of the organizing committee of the summit, Shankar Man Shrestha, stressed on the need to restore the main goal of the microfinance sector, which he said was to uplift the financial condition of the underprivileged group. He said that microfinances must operate with a view to provide services to the said group rather than generating profit. 52 members of the microfinance sector from all the 77 districts are participating in the summit, which will continue until tomorrow. Teachers of English subject have said that the teaching and learning of the subject at community schools would be more effective if the subject is taught applying a child-friendly method using information technology. The participants of the international conference organized by the Nepal English Language Teachers Association in Lalitpur today stressed on the need to use information technology to improve the teaching-learning process of the English subject. Teachers say that students at community schools are weak in English as priority has not been given to the subject. The teachers know that the English subject can be made easier to learn in community schools if an environment to speak in English is created for the students and the learning process is simplified. 800 English teachers from 20 countries, including Nepal, the United States of America, United Kingdom, Japan, South Korea, and India, participated in the international conference today. It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before that, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we had asked you, why has the government, which has adopted 3 pillars of economy, ignored the cooperatives? 31% voted for A, indifference towards depositors, 44% for B, lack of clear policies, and 25% for C, lack of coordination. Here's today's question. What should be done to improve learning English by students of community schools? Your options are A, improve teaching method, B, provide skilled teachers, and C, more effort by students. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the international updates. Worldwide protests have erupted against the death of Russia's opposition leader Alexei Navalny, who Russian authorities say died in a remote Russian penal colony yesterday. Police in Russia have detained more than 100 people across the country at memorials and rallies to honor Navalny. Today, the OVD Info Protest Monitoring Group said more than 110 people had been arrested, including 64 in St. Petersburg. The Federal Prison Service said that 47-year-old Navalny fell unconscious and died yesterday after a walk at the Polar Wolf Arctic Penal Colony, where he was serving a 19-year sentence, prompting an outpouring of grief and shock among his supporters across the world and condemnation from world leaders. As news of his death spread, spontaneous memorials took place in several urban areas, with people taken into custody in 13 cities, according to OVD Info, which tracks political repression in Russia. 11 people were detained in the capital, Moscow, and several others in other cities. Protests are illegal in Russia under strict anti-dissent laws, and authorities have particularly clamped down harshly on rallies in support of Navalny. Meanwhile, United States President Joe Biden said Navalny bravely stood up to the corruption, the violence, and all the bad things the Putin government were doing, adding that Russian President Vladimir Putin is responsible for Navalny's death. Likewise, European Council President Charles Michel said the Russian dissident fought for the values of freedom and democracy and made the ultimate sacrifice. Likewise, Australia's Foreign Minister Penny Wong today said Navalny's heroic opposition to Putin's repressive and unjust regime inspired the world. The Kremlin, which has not commented on Navalny's death, has described Western leaders' reactions as absolutely unacceptable and hysterical. China's foreign ministry declined to comment today, describing it as Russia's internal affair. New York Justice Arthur Engoron ruled yesterday without a bench Donald Trump must pay $354.9 million in penalties for fraudulently overstating his net worth to dupe lenders, handing the former U.S. president another legal setback in a civil case that imperils his real estate empire. The lawsuit brought by New York Attorney General Letitia James, accusing Trump of overvaluing his real estate to fool bankers into giving him better loan terms. Justice Engoron, after a contentious 3-month trial in Manhattan, also banned Trump, who is running to regain the presidency this year, from serving as an officer or director of any New York corporation for 3 years. Meanwhile, Justice Engoron canceled his prior ruling from September, ordering the dissolution of companies that control pillars of Trump's real estate empire, by saying yesterday that this was no longer necessary because he is appointing an independent monitor and compliance director to oversee Trump's businesses. Trump's lawyer, Alina Habba, vowed to appeal against yesterday's ruling, while Trump called the judge crooked, claiming the case was part of a left-wing witch hunt to stop him from becoming president again. He left no stone unturned to term the lawsuit of a Democrat Attorney General of New York, James Letitia, a political vendetta. Trump faces criminal charges in 4 other cases. We have more news coming up, but right now it's time for another short break. It's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
Host Nepal thrashed Netherlands by 9 wickets in the ICC World Cup League 2 series today. Anil Shah and Asif Sheikh scored unbeaten half-centuries to guide Nepal to a comfortable victory. In the match played at the Tribhuvan University Cricket Ground today, the Dutch team batted first after losing the toss and were bowled out in 39 overs for a paltry score of 138 runs. Netherlands were in early trouble as they lost 2 wickets when the score was 18 after 6 overs and were 4 wickets down when 67 runs were on the board in 19.2 overs. Skipper Scott Edwards was the leading run scorer for the Dutch team with 33 runs. Bas de Leede also added 27 runs, while Seybrand Engelbrecht chipped in 23. Kushal Bhurtel was the pick of the Nepali bowlers, grabbing 4 wickets. Lalit Rajvangshi also claimed 2 wickets, while Sompal Kami and skipper Rohit Paudel took a wicket each. Chasing a victory target of 138 runs, Nepal romped home in just 15.2 overs, losing only 1 wicket. Nepal had a rollicking start as Kushal Bhurtel smashed 6s and 4s before he was caught by the lead of Vivian Kingma's bowling when 36 runs were on the board in 2.5 overs. Purtel scored a quick-fire 28 off just 11 balls, hitting 3 6s and 2 4s. The second wicket partnership between Asif Sheikh and Anil Shah put on an unbeaten 105-run partnership to guide Nepal to a comfortable victory. Anil Shah top scored for Nepal with a quick-fire 57 off 36 balls, smashing 4 6s and 6 4s and remained not out. Opener Asif Sheikh also contributed an unbeaten 54 off 45 balls with the help of 1 6 and 8 4s. Kingma was the only Dutch bowler to pick up a wicket. With the win, Nepal have claimed 2 important points. Nepal had lost to Namibia by 4 wickets last Thursday in the inaugural match of the Triangular Series. Namibia will now face Netherlands this Monday, while Nepal are up against Namibia this Wednesday. The Nepal A team, formed for the first time by Cricket Association of Nepal (CAN), is playing its first series against Canada 11. The first match between the two teams is scheduled to kick off at the Mulpani Cricket Ground at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. CAN says the 3-match one-day series will help Nepal fortify its bench strength. The Nepal A team, led by wicketkeeper batsman Binod Bhandari, has a majority of youth players. CAN had announced the A team on the basis of the performances of the players in the recently held Prime Minister Cup cricket tournament. The team is coached by Gyanendra Malla and Kalam Ali. The senior team of Canada that played a 3-match ODI series with Nepal's senior team is still in Nepal. Most of the players in the Canadian team that is playing against Nepal A are from the senior team. In the 16-member Nepal A team, apart from Ashutosh Giraiya, Arjun Kumar, Kiran Thagunna, Sher Malla, Madan Yadav and Sujan Thapalya, all the other players have played international matches from the senior team in one format or the other. The Canadian team in Nepal is preparing for the ICC World Cup League 2 series against UAE and Scotland. Canada recently played the 3-match series against Nepal in preparation for this series. Kenya's Julius Murila has won the 18th edition of the Pokhara International Marathon. In the 42-kilometer marathon organized by Ex-Sportsman Forum Nepal today, Murila won the title, completing the distance in 2 hours, 19 minutes and 36 seconds. Murila had finished second in last year's marathon. Kenyan runners also won the second and third positions. Isaac Kihara finished second, clocking 2 hours, 20 minutes and 5 seconds. Likewise, Idbin Kiplagate claimed the third position with a timing of 2 hours, 20 minutes and 45 seconds. Nepal's Kiran Bogati finished the marathon in 2 hours, 24 minutes and 2 seconds to win a consolation prize. Marathon winner Julius Murila bagged 500,000 rupees in prize money. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.